Today I'm going to be talking about how to help you with anxiety after extended isolation during COVID. Hi, I'm Paige Pradko. Welcome to Therapy for a Better Life. Before we get right into it, I just wanted to ask you for your support in sharing mental health information. You can help me with that by subscribing, liking the videos, sharing the videos, leaving comments. All of that activity helps others to be able to see the videos as well. Now, one of my subscribers really likes my dog Ollie and asked if Ollie could be in a few more videos. So you have a few requests, put them in there. You never know. Ollie is joining the video today and giving us his moral support. Now let's get into today's topic. So it is no surprise that many people are experiencing all kinds of anxiety when they have been isolated from others, many people for over a year now. And as they begin to kind of re-engage with people and they feel safer to do so, they're experiencing all kinds of anxiety. And some of them are being asked to go back into the workplace now, or they've been working from home and they really feel uncomfortable with it. Well, there's a reason for this. Anything that we avoid, and we are purposefully avoiding it, our brain learns that that must be dangerous. And therefore, when we go back to that situation that we've been avoiding, our brain will kick up some anxiety, because it's the fear response, and it believes, since we have been avoiding socializing for so long, that when we go back to do that in a safe way, our brain still kicks up anxiety and thinks that might be dangerous. The same with possibly being in your workplace, possibly driving more, since many people haven't been driving. All kinds of situations will be kicking up some anxiety, and I want to help you with that. Now, thank goodness our brain has something called neuroplasticity. And what that means is that our brain can learn and it can lay down new neural pathways. And as we expose ourselves to different situations, like socializing, for example, our brain can learn through those exposures that we're not in danger. As I go through these tips, I want to first give a disclaimer that as you're re-engaging with society, please do so in a safe way according to whatever rules are in your area. I'm just talking here from an anxiety standpoint. Now, the first tip is I want people to remember what they value, because if you're experiencing anxiety, it really helps to understand that you are doing this hard thing because you value it. So, for example, I value connecting to people. Even if I have anxiety, I'm going to move forward toward my values because I enjoy connecting with people. Some people enjoy maybe adventure or living their life fully, or they really enjoy community activities, or they really value making a living. They've got to get back to that workplace because that's something they really value. When we identify what our value is, it makes it much easier to do something difficult if we are following our values. The second tip is that exposures treat anxiety. We have to expose ourselves to the fear. And so if we fear a social engagement in a safe way, we have to expose ourselves to that. Now, you want to go at your own pace. Maybe you start with your inner circle. And another hint is to make sure that you're staying in that situation. If it is a fearful situation for you, for example, stay in that situation until your anxiety goes down a little bit. That you have this sense that your brain has just learned a little bit, because your brain is actually laying down new neural pathways. If you leave an event, let's say you're anxious, you're going to a wedding and you're anxious around being around all of those people. Now, I wouldn't want you to leave that event highly anxious, because then we've just taught your brain that being around a lot of people is dangerous. No, of course we want you to do it in a safe way, but you want to stay long enough so your brain has a chance to kind of accommodate. It's called habituate, but for that anxiety to come down just a little bit, just enough to learn before you leave a situation. The third is, I want you to know, as I've said earlier, it is normal to feel anxious right now. You don't have to think, something is really very wrong with you. This is normal. I think that most people that have been isolated are going to feel this way for a little while, but you're going to recover quickly. The fourth is to increase your psychological flexibility. Now, psychological flexibility means that you're staying in the present moment. You're kind of holding your thoughts and feelings very lightly. You're not overreacting. You're not getting really, really upset and leaving someplace. You're just kind of holding it lightly, staying focused on the present. And people that have a lot of psychological flexibility, they say that they age in a healthier way. So that's a bonus, right? People that do not, that have very low psychological flexibility, tend to overreact in situations, tend to leave in a hurry, have big conflicts with people, things like that. And so you want to kind of increase your psychological flexibility. Now, number 5 is, I think it's a good idea, if you're feeling a little bit socially anxious, to have a goal. And that goal might be, let me learn something new about somebody else tonight. And if that's a goal, it's keeping you focused externally to your own thoughts about what are people thinking about me. We don't want to be in our head thinking those thoughts. We want to be, hey, what's going on with that person? I wonder what their story is. Let me learn something about them. I wonder if they're feeling anxious tonight. Staying focused on somebody else and having a goal and learning something new can really help you. And finally, number 6 is, make sure that you practice self-compassion and self-care as you go about this process of re-engaging in society. That this is going to be hard. This is hard for everybody. And remind yourself you're doing a really good job. Every little step you take, every effort that you make, you're doing a great job. And reward yourself with self-care. Now, if you need extra support, please let people around you know that you need some support. Reach out to a therapist. If you need help, they're always there to help. So until next time, I will see you in session. Take care. Bye-bye.